Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will be discussing about criminal investigation. We will discuss its concept. We will also discuss what are the elements of criminal investigation, and the last thing is we will discuss what are the steps of investigation. So let's move on. First, we are going to discuss the definition of criminal investigation. There is one important word in it, and it is investigation. So what does investigation means? Investigation means a process for the collection of evidence. It can be either by police or any other person that is investigating to reach the truth. It's the process that leads towards knowing the truth. And what does the criminal investigation means? The criminal investigation means the collection of information and evidence for identifying, apprehending, and convicting suspected offenders. That's the purpose of criminal investigation. So let's move on and discuss what are the elements of criminal investigation. These are the elements of criminal investigation. They make up the whole criminal investigation. First, who, then what, where, when, why, how. We will discuss them one by one. So let's start. First, the first element of criminal investigation is who. Who is the question that the investigator asks to know more about the crime. First question that he asks is who committed the crime. That's the first and the foremost question that he wants to know. Who committed the crime? Who is the prime suspect at the time? The second element of criminal investigation is what. What happened at the crime scene? That's another question that an investigator wants to know. What happened at the crime scene? What was the situation at the crime scene? These questions basically help the investigator to understand what happened at the crime scene. What was the crime all about? And this question lets the criminal investigator to know where the crime happened. He also wants to know that what was the exact location of the crime. Another element is when the crime happened. What was the precise time of the crime happening? Either it was late night or in the evening, in the morning, or any time when the crime happened. Then the question comes, what was the possible motive behind crime? Why crime was committed? Either it was for money, property, or anything else. The last thing or the element of criminal investigation is how crime was committed. What was the methodology of crime? How it happened? How it unraveled in the time? So the last thing we are going to discuss, what are the steps of investigation. The first step is proceedings to the spot. The police arrives at the spot where the crime scene has happened or the crime has happened. Ascertainment of the facts. The police know about the facts, what were the facts and what was the location, time, and all these kinds of things, circumstances of the case. Then discovery and arrest of the suspected offender. The police arrest the suspected offender or discover who is the suspect. Then the last thing about a step of investigation is collection of the evidence related to the commission of offense, which may consist of examination of various persons, taking their written statements, the search of place for any evidence that can be used in the trial in further proceedings. So these were the steps of criminal investigation. Thank you very much for listening. Like, share and subscribe this video and comment